Alright, it's Mr. English back here with another tutorial. This time we're going to work on your New Republic puzzle. Got a timer here. Mr. Cisneros is behind the camera this time. We're doing this for completion, not for time. But if you can beat this time, then you're doing good, because really all you need to know is this information. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. Alright, I'm going to mix it all up. That way you don't think that I cheated, which is possible, but... Alright, I'm going to find my edge pieces. Again, with the puzzle, always start with your edge piece, edge piece, edge piece, edge piece, edges, and the edges. Okay, where do I want to start? I'm going to start with the 3/5 compromise. Well, the 3/5 compromise is about counting slaves towards representation in the South, so settle the issue of counting slaves, check. Then I'm going to move on to the Great Compromise, which is about New Jersey and Virginia, trying to decide should they get more votes, should they get less votes. So let's see if I can find that one. Branches of government, power of the government, New Jersey, there it is. New Jersey and Virginia, legislation. There we go. This is the Shays Rebellion. Well, Captain Shay did not like what was happening when he got home, so farmers rebelling against the foreclosing of farms, which then lines up the Anti-Federalists with those who were against the Constitution being ratified. The Northwest Ordinance, remember to always look at things from the perspective of somebody who lives in Virginia. Northwest from Virginia, we're adding those new states. Creating procedures to add new states. Remember, the Northwest Territory, that's that group of states. But the Northwest Ordinance are the rules for setting them up. Articles of Confederation, we know from the last puzzle, it was the first Constitution, but it was pretty weak, so let's see if we can... there we go. Weak government states only had one vote, no courts, no taxes, and no army. If you remember the fingers, you get the 5 fingers. No central government, there's no money. I'm going to stop there. Then we have the method used for changing the Constitution. Well, that's amending the Constitution. Where are the amendments? The amending process is right there. Edge piece again. The power of the national government, 9th and 10th Amendments. Well, that's going to be federalism. That's the sharing of power. Federalism is sharing of power. And then checks and balances that each of the 3 branches watches the other one. Separation of powers to make sure that the king is never a tyrant again. We never want a tyrant or any sort of tyranny again, no matter what. So let's see, separation of powers. 3 branches of government instead of 1 under the total authority of the king. Yeah, we want the separation of powers. The U.S. Constitution is going to be a written plan for government that spells out how to organize the rules for government, not for the people. It's going to be the Bill of Rights. Hamilton's financial plan then is using bonds to pay off our debts. You should all still have your bonds for the end of the year. If you didn't, sucks to be you. Federalists, those are the people who wanted the Constitution, so that gets thrown in there, which then lines up the executive branch with the president, who's chosen by the Electoral College. A lot of people think it's the popular vote. Not necessarily true. And the Supreme Court reviewing laws, so we got the judicial branch right there. The judges reviewing laws, and James Madison, the father of the U.S. Constitution, who wrote it. 2 minutes and 49 seconds. We can get a shot of that. This is online. You can download an extra copy if you need to, but otherwise you're aiming to beat that time. Hopefully you can get it under 2 minutes. Hopefully you can. If you can get under a minute, you're doing awesome. All right, thank you for joining us.